It's gonna be a fun one today. We're gonna do some creative makeup. The photo of the makeup that we're doing is in the thumbnail. So we're just gonna jump straight into this. I have a meeting coming up. So this morning we are doing Freaky Friday a little earlier than usual. Usually I do like afternoon, evening, usually evening time. But today we are bumping it up because I'm going over to Venice for some meetings later. So yeah, we're doing an early Freaky Friday. Also just got these done yesterday. Favorite nails ever. I just like feel like my true self with these guys on, I swear. Yeah, feeling like me again. Okay, I'm just doing a little toner. Do a little bit of my Tower 28 SOS Barrier Cream, which is my favorite ever. Good morning. I just did a short actually that was matching my makeup to this color, this really fun Tower 28 color. It's so fun. Hi guys, good morning wherever you are. It's morning time here, but I've been up since about 4:45 this morning. We had a very early morning. Oh, this moisturizer feels like heaven right now. My skin is so dry. I don't know what it is about this summer, but I feel like it's drier than usual. Alberta, cool. Nice. We got Canadians, South Africans. So cool. I love the internet. Here we are doing makeup together. So fun. You guys see Wade? That is my husband. The colorful yellow background there. That's my honey. Hi, honey. Feels so good. Okay, moisturizer's on. We're gonna take a little bit of sunscreen because I am wearing this makeup all day long. You have a question, ask away. Ask anything. Okay, I'm just taking my Paula's Choice sunscreen while we're waiting for the question. And we're going to work this into the skin. Oh, heavenly. You have alopecia. Why do you have eyelashes? Great question. So alopecia is an autoimmune disease, if you know or don't know. It causes hair loss, and hair loss can look a lot of different ways. So my hair has grown in and fallen out several times now, and every time is a little different. The first time it fell out, it didn't actually take my eyelashes. I still had full eyelashes and eyebrows, but all my hair fell out when I was 15. And so that's how it happened the first time. The second time, when I was probably 24, 25, it was in 2018, and it actually all fell out, and it took my eyelashes and my eyebrows. So it has grown, my eyelashes have grown back since, but my hair continues to fall out, but it does grow back in certain areas. I keep it shaven just for my mental health, and yeah, just so that it stays kind of more cohesive, so that works for me. But my eyelashes kind of grow in and fall out as they please. Right now my eyebrows are not growing, but my eyelashes are. So I don't know how else to describe it. It has a mind of its own, alopecia. Okay, so moisturizer, sunscreen. We're gonna add in a little bit of primer. I'm just gonna do my Milk. This is the Pore Eclipse primer. Really good mattifying primer. So you can see my skin. I never use any filters here. I like to use a mattifying primer in kind of the center of my face because I have big pores. You can see my skin. My skin's actually doing pretty well, minus a couple of small breakouts, but I'm gonna use a mattifying primer right in the center of the face and a little bit underneath the eyes, just because I'm adding, I'm going to add foundation over top, and I don't want that to sink into the pores. I kind of want it to sit on top and look very flawless. Oh, bye Kelly. Thanks for joining. Tell your kids we said hi. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. I just got these done literally last night. I said at the beginning of the live, like, these are my personality nails. I've had these done a million times. I get the same color, this like yellow green color. It's so fun. And yeah, they just like make me feel like me. I started getting smiley face nails a few years ago, and I've kind of continued to get them off and on since, and these are just like me. They feel so me. So thank you guys, I appreciate that. They're very fun. Okay, I think I'm gonna do like a bronzer situation today. I picked up this from e.l.f. This is the new e.l.f. bronzing drop situation. It feels like every brand is coming out with these now. The Drunk Elephant, everyone's realizing is very expensive, but this is how I like to do it. I don't like to put it in my moisturizer. I like to take it on a brush. And this is the darkest shade that they have, I believe, Copper Gold. Copper Gold. It was maybe $10 something. A lot more affordable than the bronzing drops from Drunk Elephant. You do not need to pay that much. So I like to just work this into the side of my face, like the perimeter where I would naturally get some tan, kind of into the temples there. So this is just where I like to bronze. And I feel like with a brush, if you have like a dense brush like this, you just have so much more control. So I'm just tapping this into the skin. This is gonna give me a glowy, kind of bronzy look as if I've been out in the sun all day, even though I'm wearing loads of sunscreen. We're tricking the eye and staying protected from the sun. So same thing here. I'm just kind of working this onto the top of my head, into my temples. I'm just gonna dab it, like tap it across my forehead and then onto my head. This just adds like such a natural bronzy look. And this is the darkest tone. So if you have a deeper skin tone, I actually think this would still show up on you. But it's just not gonna look as dramatic. So whatever's left on the brush, I'm just kind of using that to blend everything out. I'm tapping over top of that color, a little bit under the chin. Thank you. Do I have a favorite tattoo of mine? Oh my gosh, so many. So many favorites. I think my favorite is my hand tattoo because it is a bald woman on a makeup compact. You know, like the old school makeup compacts. So this one is really special to me, and it has California poppies all around it. So this one is a very like important tattoo to me, and it's on my hand. So it's just like out for the world to see. So even just the act of getting this tattoo was like very therapeutic for me. It kind of like changed my whole look, honestly. And I was really nervous about it, and it was so far in my life, I don't have kids, so I don't know, but so far in my life, the most pain I've ever endured. So it was a lot. I like really kind of suffered through it. It's kind of gnarly, but that's my favorite one, I think. I also love my tiger. I have a tiger on my chest. I've been wanting to do like a whole video, like a tattoo tour. Maybe I'll do that at some point. That would be fun because tattoos mean a lot to me. They've really like helped me, I don't know, I feel like grow through chapters of my life and deal with my hair loss a little bit. So it's been, yeah, a helpful part of my journey and just like a very fun way to express yourself artistically, you know? So I love my tattoos. Okay, I'm just concealing now, my Natasha Denona concealer. So freaking good. I have yet to find a concealer that's better than that formula. Hi guys, welcome in if you're just joining. We are just getting started here. I'll show you the look. So this is the look we're gonna do today. How freaking pretty, right? The teal eyes. I'm gonna do a little bit different of a shape for the flames, but I wanna do a bright lift like that too. So it's gonna be a fun one. And I'm gonna be wearing this makeup all day long. I think people think maybe these Freaky Friday looks I just like take off afterwards. No, no, no. I have a meeting, like a phone call meeting with a potential new manager actually. And yeah, so we're meeting right after this. So I will be wearing this makeup all day long. And then I'm headed over to Venice over on the west side of LA. So we got a busy day ahead, but this makeup has to last that long. So I'm just kind of tapping in this concealer. Hi guys, the G fam. Hi G fam. Thanks for asking good questions. I really appreciate that. Okay, tapping this out. I just want to get like a nice solid base. I don't need to have like very like, I don't know, full coverage on for this look, but I do want to have a little bit more coverage in the areas that I need it. I have some redness kind of popping through. But I do love, for summertime especially, I really do love this kind of technique of doing the bronzer first, and then you kind of like use the concealer to add more coverage. And it's not, I guess it is kind of underpainting, but you're not really doing it in specific areas. You're kind of doing bronze all over and then adding highlight to reverse that look. So it's interesting. I have been liking this for summertime. It's also so fast. I feel like it's very quick. Okay, tapping this in the nose. I don't know if you guys have this issue, but I always have this issue of product settling into the sides of my nose. Always, like no matter what I do. So we're gonna try this foundation today. I have two different tones. I have a darker tone and a lighter tone. One is, this is lighter, yeah, 23N, 24N. So this one's a little deeper. I think like right in the middle, if there was like a 23.5N, that would be me. But of course they don't have that. So this is the little cushion foundation. It's so freaking cute. And what I do is I just go in with my sponge and I'm tapping in, and I'm just gonna start tapping onto the face. I feel like using a sponge allows me to keep this very, very minimal coverage. I don't want this to look like a mask on me. This is the Teal Mask Fit Red Cushion Foundation. So, yeah, I don't know. I've just been liking it. I picked this up actually at KCON. When we were there, I met the Teal team, their whole makeup team, and they were the sweetest people ever. So it was really fun. Okay, welcome in to all the new people. We have a lot of people that will pop in and out of here. So if you're not here for the makeup and if you're just leaving mean comments, go ahead, move along. If you guys are being very sweet and kind and I have actual questions about alopecia and makeup, stay, please stay. I know, there's always so many haters. Just give it a minute. They will filter out. We're used to it over here. If you are a part of Freaky Friday and you join me every Friday for these creative makeup looks, you know we get a couple haters. But yes, I have alopecia. That's why I'm bald, for everyone asking. Probably the last time I'm going to say it on this live because I get sick of it and I'm trying to teach here. But yes, I have alopecia. It's an autoimmune disease. I lose my hair. There you have it. Nothing else is different about me, except for I don't have hair. So I'm just tapping this onto my head and I'm just trying to get a little bit of coverage. I don't need a ton, but I do want to cover some of these red spots. So if you also have alopecia, I saw somebody comment recently, I like to use this foundation because it is very full coverage, but feels very natural also. Yes, I'm a woman. I'm she, her pronouns. Thank you for asking. But I'm a girl. I'm a girly girl. Nails, earrings. We're doing makeup. Just saying. All right. Continuing to just tap this out. I feel like this foundation is actually very versatile. You can use this for a very full coverage if you want to go in and dip straight in and use a brush and do that kind of a thing, or you can grab a sponge like I'm doing and just shear it out so that it's really nice and natural. There's not many foundations where I feel like online it has like a ton of hype and I actually agree with it. This is one that I actually agree with, and it's so affordable. It is also linked in my Amazon storefront if you want to check it out. It's pretty much the only foundation I've been using lately. There's the finish. Stunning. I freaking have just been loving this so much. So going around that nose area where I usually have, like, it's my problem area. I'm gonna tap over my lip because we are gonna be doing bright lips for today's look also. And I have this one like stubborn red spot, so I'm just dipping in with a little bit more coverage and layering that up. But there you have it. This one is a little yellow, just be warned if you are more of a pink undertone, it is a little bit of a yellow finish, but I actually like it. Okay. Down onto the neck, and then we're gonna move on. I'm gonna use the Stylist from Victoria Beckham Beauty. This is so gorgeous. So this is one of the deeper shades. I think it's like the third deepest shade. I'm going to take this and just draw along my cheekbones where I really want this shape to kind of add a little bit more depth. Same thing along the brow bone. And I love contouring my nose like this. It looks so crazy, but it ends up looking gorgeous. Just wait, trust the freaking process, okay? Always works out. I'm gonna grab just a little bit of product on my brush directly and then put that away. And that little bit of product is what goes underneath to contour my jawline. And I don't think actually I want to use this brush anymore. It's a little too dense. Let's do something a little softer. Here we go. This is an e.l.f. brush, just a little angled brush. It's got just a little concealer on it, but it'll work. I just feel like this tone and this formula is so good. Underrated. I never hear anything about this, and I'm cool with that because it means I can still buy it online. It's not going to be sold out, but that tone for contour, perfection in my opinion. So good. So good. Skincare routine. Okay. Honestly, the only skincare I use is Tower 28. I sometimes use my Kiehl's retinol to kind of clear it up and even the tone. But besides that, Tower 28 is my go-to skincare brand. They just use hypochloric acid in their products, which is like a antibacterial formula. So for me, if you're acne prone, if you're like me and you're kind of acne prone, it's really helpful for just maintaining and controlling breakouts. So I feel like it really helps my skin come to life. And then I use this maybe 2 or 3 times a week, probably 3 times a week. And this is a retinol from Kiehl's. So it's not over the counter, it's not prescription. It is like more of an over-the-counter style formula, so it's not so intense that it makes your skin freak out, but it is, it's just really good. I love that one. Okay, taking my MAC brush. This is my favorite brush for nose contour. It is literally the best. There's no number on it because I've had it so long. Everything has like rubbed off of it, but this is my holy grail. Don't know what I would do without this one. It's the perfect shape. I don't think they even make it anymore. I can't find it to rebuy it anywhere on the internet. I've looked on eBay, literally everywhere. But this is my favorite duo fiber little nose contour brush. It just gives like the best snatching contour, I swear. Thank you. Thanks for subscribing. Welcome to the fam. So we do this Freaky Friday live every single Friday. This is a new series that I started to teach kind of creative makeup techniques, and last week we did a really fun kind of painted look on the eyes. This week we are doing these fire eyes. So if you just joined, this is the look we're doing today. It's going to be so gorgeous. Her skin is fairly heavily contoured, at least on her nose and cheeks, so I'm going in with a little extra dimension here. So if you're just joining, that's the look that we're doing. We're going to do this fire shape in a teal color, and then we're going to go through and add that really fun bright orange around it, and then a hot bright neon lip. So that's what we're doing. Buckle up. It's going to be a blast like it always is. All right, for blush, I'm taking this Armani blush in the shade Luminous. No, that's what it's called. It's just in the shade 31. That's so boring. I thought it had a cute name. 31. Boo. Better names, please. 31 is very boring. Okay. I'm just going to take random blush brush and we're just going to tap that in. I love these creams because they're so quick. So I'm just keeping this high, and then we'll add the powder over top of it, but it's going to be down on the apples of the cheek. Okay. I am just working this into the top. Hi guys, welcome in. No worries about the haters also. I know we get a lot of those in these lives. They come and go. We just gotta wait for them to filter out. Hi, welcome. Oh, you're French. Nice. We have people from all around the world here. when we started, there was someone from South Africa. We have Canadians, our Canadian neighbors. People around the world love makeup, right? Okay, let's add some little freckles. Freckles are my favorite little accessory to add to any makeup look. This is Freck, the brand Freck. They make the best freckle products, in my opinion. So I'm just dotting these on kind of like the sides of my nose, the top, the bridge of my nose, and onto the cheeks. I just feel like freckles help kind of bring the skin to life and make it look like actual skin. It drives me crazy when skin is like so perfected that it looks porcelain. Like that's just not real. That's not, it's not like a real look. So I like adding a little bit more character and imperfection back to the skin. I think freckles are the cutest thing, especially in the summertime. Like we're all out here in the sun getting all this gorgeous sun on our faces and wearing SPF. But that is just a fun way to add a little bit more dimension back into the skin. So I close that up after I've applied them, take my little fingers, and I just tap them out. And this is gonna melt that product into the skin and kind of redistribute. See how I tap it there? And then I can tap it up here, and it moves the dots around a little bit so they don't look so harsh. Just look really soft and natural. I don't like to add too many, but I like to add just enough so that the skin and the face has nice natural dimension. Okay, let's powder. Okay, this shirt is from Urban Outfitters. Thanks for asking. They make the best tees. I'm gonna take Huda Beauty powder, peep the lash attached to it. Classic. Okay, I'm just grabbing a little bit of powder and working it into my brush. And we're just tapping this underneath the eye to set those under eyes. I just added a little bit of concealer earlier, so there's not a lot of product. It's really subtle. Okay. Onto the nose. This is where I get a little bit of shininess throughout the day, so I like to just work this powder right into the forehead. See how it just smooths everything out? It's like adding, I don't know, a de-shining feature to the face, which I need because my pores are huge, which is great long term. If you have large pores and oily skin, it actually keeps your skin looking younger longer because it's moisturized with all the oils, but it is frustrating throughout the day if you're trying to get makeup to last a long time. So I love a good powder. Yes, welcome. If you're just joining, I am wearing foundation, which is a great remark that you're asking if I'm wearing foundation, because I don't like it to look too heavy or like a mask, but I'm wearing this Teal foundation. So freaking good. It is linked in my Amazon storefront if you guys want to check it out. It's so good, and it's like under $20. It's so good and affordable. Finally, a good, affordable foundation. Actually think it's properly hyped up right now. Okay, grabbing a little more powder, just dipping this into a big fluffy brush, and this is where we powder our head. So I need this foundation, this makeup to last all day long through the heat, so I love to give it just a little dusting of powder so that it does not budge. Thinking about going live. Oh, to live in the United States, especially if it's very cold. Oh, so you want to live in a place where it's cold. Interesting. Well, Wade and I, my husband and I, are from Montana, so we grew up in the cold. You are more than welcome to move to Montana. I highly recommend it. It's beautiful, and it gets very cold. So if you're looking for that, Montana could be a good place. All right, I'm going to take this bronzer from the Balm. You guys remember the Balm Desert? They have like the cutest names on their product, and this just has like a really unique undertone. For a bronzer, it's a very cool tone bronzer, and it's got like beautiful red tones underneath. So I'm gonna dip into that with my MAC brush. This is just a little bronzer brush that I just picked up not too long ago, actually. And I'm gonna use this to contour and kind of bronze at the same time, but I'm really strategically putting this in the cheekbone area. I'm not putting it too high. So I'm gonna start in the cheekbone area. See how much more dimension that just gives the face. Then I'm gonna switch sides and kind of just swirl it up onto the head. This is how I get a good soft blend. If you're using makeup on your bald head, which a lot of us out there have alopecia, so this is a little tip for us alopecia girlies. I like to start with my bronzer in the hollow of the cheek here, build up dimension, and then just dust it up the head. And if you have a big enough brush, which I always recommend, this is just gonna be a really, really beautiful soft blend. So you can kind of see this side has no bronzer, no contour, and this side does. So it just kind of like snatches the shape of your cheek in a little bit. Let's add it to this side. See how I'm just lightly tapping. We don't like stripes of product on the face. We're just lightly tapping. Just build up that dimension. We can even go underneath. Just add a little bit of a shadow underneath the jaw. Just make our face look a little bit more snatched, add some good dimension. Same thing here, I'm gonna work up onto the temples, top of the head. And I just feel like this just brings life to my face. It's like we've been out in the sun, we are living our life, right? So just adding more dimension. Just continuing to dust this across the forehead. It just like brings everything together. I don't know. I think for nose, for continuing to contour my nose, I'm going to take my same contour brush because I only used a little bit of product. This is totally dry. It's not wet from our liquid contour. I'm just going to take a tiny bit of this product and I'm just going to go over the same lines we did with our cream. I'm just going to define that. See how that just makes my nose look a little bit more snatched? Tiny bit up into the brow bone, which I always love to do. And across the tip of the nose. Hi, Amelia. Where are you from? I live in Los Angeles. So I'm based in Los Angeles, California. My husband and I live here, but we are originally from Montana. So we grew up in the countryside, guys. The middle of nowhere, Montana is our home, but we live in Los Angeles now. So we always claim both. Not from LA, but we live here now. Okay, that is my nose contour. This is what I do every single day. For a little blush, let's go through and add, I want like a fluffy blush brush. What do I have? I have this. This is from Flower Beauty. This is actually a really nice brush. If you have access to a CVS, you can access Flower Beauty. They have really gorgeous brushes. Okay, I'm going in and I'm going to add a little bit on my cheeks. I think I want to try these new NYX blushes. I just got these in PR. They're gorgeous. So I feel like for this look, we're going to do a pop. This is the look we're doing. If you're just joining, this is the look we're going for today. So I think I'm going to do a little bit of this kind of coral. It is like orange blush, but I think that's going to be really fun. So I'm just going to dip in. These are hella pigmented. Look at that. Insane. So I'm going to tap off a little excess. Okay, it's not too bad. I'm just going to tap off the excess and then work some of this into the cheeks. That is so pigmented. Wow. Okay, so you need like 2 taps, apparently. This is like so bright and so pigmented, but honestly gorgeous. I'm just keeping this high on the cheeks to start. And then whatever's left on the brush, I'll kind of come into the apples of my cheeks. I'll smile and bring it down onto the cheeks. That is so bright and pigmented. This color is called Vivid Orange. Accurate. I didn't miss with the naming on that one. It is Vivid Orange. All right, what is left? Just dusting on the tip of the nose to bring everything together. Same thing on my chin. Okay, let's do a little spritz of setting spray just to hold all this together. I don't want this intense one yet. I just want like a, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna use my Makeup Forever Mist and Matte Fixing Spray. That's just gonna set that makeup and really hold everything in place. Then we can go in and bake. Guys, don't worry about all the haters in here too. We ignore them. We're used to them here. If you join Freaky Friday, you will learn that very quickly. We ignore the haters and we just love doing makeup, so that's why we're here. I'm dipping into my Huda powder and I'm gonna carve out this area underneath my cheeks. See how much more snatched that is? It just gives like more dimension. Same thing here. I'm gonna do the other side. Add even more shape. Oh, hey Abby, I just wanted to say I've never been more happy. Oh, my sister has alopecia. Please, please give your sister so much love directly from me. Give her the biggest hug, and please tell her to reach out if she ever needs literally anything. Thank you for that comment too. That means a lot. I really, really appreciate that. Yeah, and we're all here for her. She's not alone. Alopecia is such a wild ride and such a journey, but the most beautiful thing about it, I think, is the people I've gotten to meet through this whole experience. It's wild. So please give her the biggest hug. All right, we're gonna continue on here. I'm just tapping this powder into the areas where my pores are really big. Yeah, and following off of that message, that just like made my day. We get a lot of hate in these lives because people pop in and pop out and they leave a comment and then just dip out. But the ones that are here and the ones that stay for these tutorials, I see you guys and I appreciate it more than you know. So thank you for being here and joining the fam. It means a lot. This is why I do this. All right, let's draw on some eyebrows. Speaking of alopecia, this is what I do every single day to draw on my eyebrows. It's kind of my daily routine, if you will. I use the brow blade from Urban Decay. This is a waterproof brow pencil. So if you have alopecia like me, it's really, really helpful to have your eyebrows last all day long, because this is what we're working with. We have no guideline. We have no map of how to draw them on. So this is how we draw on eyebrows. So I like to start by just freestyling it. If I was teaching a lesson, I would teach you guys like specifically how to draw on the golden ratio. You can look up the golden ratio formula to drawing on eyebrows online. There's so many resources out there, but usually you want to do 3 dots. So one for where the brow will start, lined up with the side of your nose, and then pretend you draw an imaginary line through your iris. This is going to be where the arch of your eyebrow is. And then the 3rd line is the side of your nose up past the corner of your eye. It's going to be where the eyebrow ends. So it should be 3 little dots, and then you'd connect those dots. That's the golden ratio. So I don't do that every day because I just do this every single day and I don't have time to draw that out. So I just freestyle. This is what I like to do. I just kind of sketch them out. I use that same framework, but I just guess where I want it to start. And because I do this every single day, I never have issues. They're sisters, not twins too. They don't need to be exactly the same, right? So I start in the beginning of the brow. I work almost like a straight line upwards at maybe like 40-degree angle. And then I arch it over. And I just kind of like pencil in this shape until I'm super happy with it. But this is the start. Then we got a line to work with, right? I'll do the same thing on the other side. So I'll kind of start sketching the front of the brow and then fill it in ever so slightly, create my little arch, and then just draw a little line to the side. So now I have something to work with. I have a little bit of a shape I can play with from here. So I'd like to just fill in right above that line, almost making a parallel line. And then I'll fill it in with a really, really light hand. This is in the shade Brunette Betty. So it's a little bit of a warmer tone brown, which I think is good for the look we're doing today. Okay, I like to define that arch. And then we have a little bit more of an outline. Same thing here, just like sketching in a parallel line right above that initial line for the base of our brow. and then I'll come over top and finish with the tail of the brow. We can fill that in. The nice thing about this pencil is it has one side that's a brow pencil, a waterproof brow pencil, and then the other side is a pen. So this is a stain. This is like an eyebrow stain. So you can actually draw tiny, tiny little baby hair-like strokes. And it's gonna stain, it's gonna last all day long. So it's a really, really good tool for those of us who don't have eyebrow hairs naturally. Watch this. You can draw on these little hair-like strokes to mimic natural hairs. So for anyone who's gone through chemo, for anyone who's lost their hair to alopecia like me, this is a really, really helpful tool. Even just leaving the house like this, I would feel like more confident because I have a little bit of an eyebrow drawn on, but I actually like to go through and I'll add more dimension and shape to it because I'm very picky. But I like to go through in the front of the brow and just do tiny, tiny little hair strokes just to create the illusion of hair, right? Ta-da, a little brow. Okay, same thing on the other side. Just gonna add in my little hair-like strokes. This I feel like is the quickest product for getting brows on. Even if you have not totally empty brows like this, if you have some hair, that is really helpful. You can go through and just fill in with the pencil or with the stain side. I just feel like it's a really, really good beginner project if you're learning to draw on eyebrows or if anyone has alopecia like me. So pop in the caps back on, and now we're gonna draw in the hairs because I love doing this. It's not because I feel like I need eyebrows, it's just because I genuinely love drawing on eyebrows. I seriously think it's so much fun. Okay, so I'm grabbing my little pomade. This is from KVD Beauty. This is in the shade dark brown. And this is where the eyebrows really come to life, I think. I'm packing in that product to the brush. This is my Anastasia 7B brush, the best eyebrow brush of all time. Look at that. Hopefully you can see it is so thin and precise. So I can really draw on very precise, tiny little eyebrow hairs. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start really close, so hopefully you can see. And I'm just gonna start drawing on these lines to mimic brow hairs. And I love a good fluffy brow right now. That's the phase that I'm in. So I'm just drawing little lines of dimension to mimic natural hairs. So you can see the difference of like some fluff versus just that pencil, right? So I love them both together. And this pomade is actually very long lasting as well. It's waterproof once it dries down. So you do not have to worry about it budging throughout the day. Okay, same thing along the top. And the front of the brow. Then I like to draw almost like a clean line underneath the front just to give it a little bit more structure. Slay. I feel like a new person once I have my brows on. They're just so fun to create. All right, so here's the difference of some pomade versus just the regular pencil. Same thing over here. We're literally gonna do the exact same thing. And I'm just eyeballing these. You can see like over time, you just kind of get used to going back and forth. I can see the distance between and make sure that they're equal. Yeah. So they don't need to be exactly perfect, but it's helpful to have something to just mimic the natural hairs. Same thing here. I'm just gonna create that line underneath to make sure they're a similar thickness. Okay, cute. We're getting there, I promise. You guys are very patient. Go over top and do the same thing just to kind of add a little bit more dimension. Okay. Slay. We have eyebrows. One last little thing I usually will do, instead of dark brown, I'll actually go in with a black shade. So this one is graphite. Thank you. I always ignore the haters. I don't even look at them. You guys have to understand, I have had so much hate online over the years that it literally does not bother me at all. I just like see right past it. So I appreciate that. But don't worry, I ignore it all. There's only time for positivity and beauty in this world. And I have an important job to do. I am here to teach makeup skills to people that need it and to share this love of art with you guys. So anything that does not fit into that framework, I ignore. Okay. So yeah, the black just added a little bit more dimension. You can really see like the the hair strokes a little bit more. So because it's a little bit darker, it just really helps that hair stand out, become a little bit cleaner. Okay. Don't worry if you make any mistakes too, because you're gonna clean all this up with concealer. All right, a little bit on the tail of the brow. I could do this for hours, you guys. That's also the other thing with makeup, is I just genuinely love doing it. I'm not doing this because I feel like I need to. I'm not doing this because society's beauty standards are important to me. I'm doing this because I love it. I literally sit down every morning and I'm like, I love drawing these on. So that is my motivation. I'm just grabbing a little makeup wipe to clean off the tip of my brush. Very important with a brush that's skinny like this to like make sure it doesn't get ruined and that the tip doesn't dry out. So I just spray it with makeup brush cleaner, and now it's ready to go for next time. And I'm gonna wipe off this hand because it is getting out of control. I have so much product there. All right, next step is carving these babies out. I'm gonna grab my NARS Soft Matte Concealer. It's such a good concealer for carving out the underneath, like the underside of your brows. And I'm just gonna take this on the back of the hand, just get off all the excess product so I can pick it up later. And then I'm gonna use my powder puff to lean in here, and I'm gonna carve out right underneath the eyebrow, just to get a really smooth, clean line. It's so helpful to do this technique. It's almost like using an eraser. So I'm just cleaning up any lines that weren't smooth. And it is also gonna create almost like a highlight underneath. So it's just gonna brighten up and make the brow look a little bit more realistic, a little bit more lifted off of the face, kind of more three-dimensional, if you will. And then with whatever's left, I'm gonna do the same thing on the top. And voila, we have a clean brow. If you have any excess product on the back of that brush, you can kind of just smooth it over the top of that concealer to kind of feather it out and blend it. But see how much more just like lifted and precise that looks? I freaking love it. I do this every day with my eyebrows. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. So like I was saying, I use this to clean up any mistakes I made too. So this, you can see this brow's leaning down a little bit. I'm just gonna go straight across it to kind of fix that shape so that it matches the other side better. And because I put that concealer on the back of my hand, I can just pick it up whenever I need it, grab a little more product, And I'm just kind of pulling that product outwards and blending it into the rest of my skin. It's a great little tip for cleaning up eyebrows because sometimes it's hard to get the lines exactly how you want them, exactly precise. Cute. Voila. We have these gorgeous little eyebrows now, just like the rest of y'all who get to have eyebrows. Now we have them too. So if you lost your hair like me, or if you just like drawing them on and you just enjoy it, this is a great little mini tutorial for you. All right, so now I'm dusting off that baking powder. It's kind of already sunken in to the skin, which is great. It's nice and bright now. And I'm gonna do the same thing along the sides of the face, dusting off that powder along the side of my nose and the tip of my nose. And then whatever I just picked up on my face, I'm gonna tap that over top of my brows to kind of set them. Because we just used cream, now we wanna set that in place. It's also gonna tone down the brows a little bit if they're too dark. It's like a little technique to just set them in place. Yay, brows are on. Let's start these freaking eyeballs. Okay, this is the look we're doing. If you're just joining, I'm so happy you're here, first of all. It looks like we have someone from Belgium. Welcome, welcome Belgium. So this is the look we're doing. I wanna do this really bright teal eye, and then I wanna do fire shapes over top. So I think what I'm actually gonna do first is I'm gonna look up fire eyes on Pinterest. Let me see if I have, I don't remember if I even have Pinterest. I don't have it on here. Okay, we're gonna look it up on the internet, on Google. Fire eye makeup. Because what I liked about hers was the color combo, but I actually don't really love her, like the shape of her fire. So I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I've done this in the past, but I think I just want this shape to be a little different. Yeah, okay. This is what I was looking for. And I love doing this with makeup because like my original inspiration photo was that one, but I'm adding kind of my own twist, my own style. So this is the shape I want to do. You see that? That's the shape I want to do. It's just a little bit more what I was looking for. Okay, I'm excited. I think I'm going to start with the outline first and then fill it in and then go from there. So I think I'm going to start, yeah, with just a little bit of water. Do I have a spray bottle somewhere? Yes. Here's my spray bottle. These are my Glisten Cosmetics little water activated liners. So I'm going to use that to sketch out the shape and just get them on the face. So let's start with a small little detail brush. This one is from the art store. I use art brushes a ton because I really like the way that they're so thin and small. So I'm gonna spray a little bit of water. I'm gonna use this orange color. This is like a bright neon orange color from Glisten. This is Glisten Cosmetics. They're so good. I'm gonna spray one little spritz into the orange and then just wake up that liner by swirling both tones together. These are split liners, so one side is darker than the other. But I'm gonna dip into the darker side, I think. I'm literally running out of space on my desk here. Okay, so this is the shape we're going for, right? So I'm gonna start just looking down into my mirror. I'm gonna start with a really nice little tilted shape of fire. Then I'm gonna swirl that down and create a little wave shape. Hopefully you guys can see this. It's kind of hard to see with the bright light. Then a little wavy fire flame here. And another wave shape for the big flame. So I'm just drawing this on quickly. Hopefully you can see it. Maybe if I don't want to turn down my light. But this is the start of my flame. And then I think I'm just going to do one of these for the final flame. You see the shape? Hopefully you can see the shape. That's what we're going for. So I'm gonna start using this bright orange tone again. And this is just giving me an outline of what we're working with, right? I think that's gonna come down a little more and then cut in. Yeah, cute, I like that. So I'm just gonna copy the same thing on the other end, and we're gonna use that to keep continuing this fire shape. So I'm gonna start down here and then come way up to the brow for my first little flame. I'm just looking back at my other side. This one has a wavy one. And that's the final flame. I'm sure my words make literally no sense right now. I don't know what I'm saying. But now we have a shape to work with, right? Okay, so I have that outline. Ooh, I love it. I'm so excited for this. I have that outline, and I think what I'm gonna do is take this tone. Should we do green or teal? What do you guys think? Green or teal for the flame? I almost think teal's gonna look really pretty. I'm gonna do this just to stick with our theme. This is the look we're creating. So I'm gonna stick with teal. Yeah, let's do teal. I'm just gonna start packing this straight on the lid because it has a nice little doe foot applicator. This is actually really easy to apply. I'll bring it as close as I can into the perimeters there. And then the rest of those tiny spots, I'll use a brush to pack in, but I'm just kind of starting to work that teal shape into the shape of the flame, right? It's seriously so fast. So you could do this eye look in like 10 minutes if you had to. Ta-da, there's our flame. Then I'm gonna take just a little art brush, whatever I had in front of me, and I'm gonna pick up the rest of that paint and kind of drag it and push it up into the tips of the flame to really fill out the space. Cute. So I'm literally just using whatever product is already there to bring it up into, okay, I just have a question. Server van, wow. Wow, okay, interesting. I'm getting ban incoming. Don't know what that is. I think that's spam, but that's really weird. Okay. So I'm just moving this product around and just pushing the teal into the tips of the flame, right? So that's the shape we got. It's like very clearly a flame. You guys can't see it because the light is really bright. So if I hide this light a little bit, you can see a more true color of the orange, but it's gonna look really, really, really fun after all this. Okay, so same thing on the other side. I'm going straight across the flame shape, and then I'm gonna bring it as far up as I can into the tips of the flame, but I don't wanna ruin the perimeter line. So I'm just using a little bit of product, not a ton, but same thing, I'm working this into the flame shape, right? So same thing here, I'm grabbing my little brush and I'm just getting off all the product, and I can dip into what I've just laid down. So here's my teal. I'm gonna bring it down just slightly in this inner corner. You can kind of see it. And then I'm gonna do the same thing into the tip of the flame. So I'm just bringing it up a little bit higher. And then I'm gonna work that teal into the lash line. I'm gonna work it into the tips of the flame. I just think that is so pretty. I'm really glad we did teal, not green. Green would not have vibed the same. It would look cute with like green and pink maybe, but with the orange, I'm glad we stuck with the orange. Okay, slay. I love that. I think let's do, I almost wish I had like a sparkly teal. You know what I mean? Like a sparkly teal would look so pretty. Okay, maybe I do have one. I think I do, but it's dark. I think that would change it. Yeah, this is too dark. I'm just looking at all my little palettes here. Ooh, that could maybe work. It's a little more blue. It's got a little sheen. I'm gonna play with that and see what happens. I'm just gonna dust a little bit on to begin with, and let's see what happens here. I wish I had a good like sparkly teal. I do have this one from Sugar Pill. This is like maybe a teal reflect. Let's play. Let's try. I don't know. Just gonna dust. Oh, okay. That'll do. That is what I was looking for. So this is just a loose pigment from Sugar Pill, and I'm just gonna dust that onto basically just the eyelid. I don't think I'm gonna bring it up super high. I'll keep the rest of it matte, but the lid will keep shimmery. Wait, that's really pretty. Cool, I like that. Same thing on the other side. I'm just packing on a little bit onto my brush. It's just adding a little bit more vividness to it. It's not like adding a whole lot of color, but it's just really pretty. And maybe I'll even use that as my highlight. Oh, yes. Cute. 100% glad I did that. Same thing on my Cupid's bow. Do the tips of the nose. Love. This is too small for a highlight brush, but whatever. Okay, cool. Glad I did that. Inner corner, maybe I'll just add a little bit of product there. We don't need a whole lot. There's a lot happening on the rest of the eyes. Okay, now I'm gonna go back and we're gonna retrace this orange so it's even more bright, even more vivid, right? So I'm gonna dip back in with my tiny little brush. Yes, people with alopecia can have eyelashes. Yes, they can. I do. Sometimes when people lose all their hair, if you have alopecia totalis or universalis, you can lose your eyebrows and your lashes. Mine have grown back over the years, so there you go. But everyone's different. Okay, grabbing my brush, getting back to this flame. I want to make the line a little bit thicker so that you can really see it. So I'm just making a little bit thicker of a line. I really want it to be like a bold outline, not just like a tiny little thing. Okay. And I'm using the deeper orange tone, so it's not like super light orange. I want it to be bright. This is giving me very like Miami Dolphins vibes, which I am here for. See how much brighter that looks? I feel like just going over it a second time makes a world of difference. Fun. Okay, I love this. Just gonna make these outlines a little bit thicker as I go. Slay. That's what it really looks like on my end. So like with the light not as harsh, you can really see it. So fun. Okay, I'm gonna dip back into my orange and we're gonna do the same thing on the other side, right? It's probably hard for you guys to see me. I'm gonna try and lean this way. Cute. So I'm just going over and using the darker orange Love. I love this. That is so fun. Okay, for underneath the eye, she didn't do much, honestly. It's very simple. She just has like a little sheen. It's like a little, almost like yellow sheen. I'm not gonna do that. I think I'm either gonna do like a bright tone in the inner corner and just leave the underside bare, or I have like a brown that has, I think this is what I'm gonna do. I have a brown tone from About Face that has like a yellow kind of undertone. It's called Light Transcending. These names are so weird, but I'm gonna use that because it's gonna play nicely with that orange color. So this is, it's almost like a neutral brown, but it's got a yellow to it. So I'm just gonna pop that underneath, and then I can grab a smaller brush, something to just blend that out. So this is just a little brush for underneath. And I'm just gonna lightly blend it into the flame, kind of, sort of. So I'm starting in the inner corner. And we'll kind of just fade it into the flame. I just feel like having something underneath the eye is gonna give it more of a cohesive look, right? It's gonna look a little more together, more intentional. I don't wanna do an iridescent thing like she had underneath. That's just not, I'm not feeling that. But what I might do is grab my Bailey Sarian palette. This is the one that she created with Melt Cosmetics. And I might just go in and grab, I think I'm gonna grab this tone actually. It's a little bit more peachy than the yellow. Yeah, and I'm just gonna dust that underneath. It's got a little bit more of like that burnt orange tone to it. So I'm just gonna use that to kind of blend it out. So you can see with the About Face, and this is with a little shadow over top. It's just gonna look a little bit more smooth and together. I hope you guys know that leaving an egg comment or little faces like this is just so like unnecessary. I hope you feel better. Okay, adjusting this underneath my eyes. And let's curl the lashes. Ready to move on from the eyes. Maybe I'll just grab my little powder brush and dust away any excess product. I'm loving how this is coming together though. Super, super pretty. I'm actually gonna bounce over, just because I finally found that blush brush I was looking for. I'm gonna grab my little powder brush, dip it into my blush. This is Ben Nye. And we're gonna add some blush. This is just a nice peach tone, nothing crazy. All right, moving on. Cute. Okay, let's do lashes now that we're moving towards the end here. I'm loving how this is turning out. I love the fire. I love the colors together. And I think with like a bright orangey red lip, this is gonna just look so very sick. Okay. I'm gonna just clamp my lashes together. I'm gonna do my regular mascara. I'm just gonna go through with my Benefit Bad Gal. I'm not doing the waterproof today, just because I don't need it to be waterproof. Maybe I'll do waterproof on the lower lash lines. I don't know. Teal for the flames and purple in the eyelids. Ooh, okay, cool. That would be pretty. I like that. Oh. All right. Just giving them a really strong curl. Thank you. I'm so glad to have you guys here. Thanks for being a part of the family and for the positivity. I feel like most of the time, those comments do not get to me. Sometimes it's just like so much. And I'm like, damn, I've been on here for over an hour and just hearing that all the time is a lot. Okay, mascara. I'm using my Benefit Bad Girl Bang. And we're gonna go through and just lengthen. I'm really fortunate to have lashes right now. They kind of come and go. Sometimes they'll fall out. They go through these cycles of growing in and falling out, but they're really happy right now. I think it's because I've been trying to wear waterproof mascara less too. I'm just sticking with regular mascara, so it's not as hard to remove it. That's got to be part of it. I don't know. The one thing I will say about not using a waterproof mascara is the lashes just like droop straight down. Already they're just like falling. Whereas when I use you know, when I use a waterproof mascara, they hold the curl better. It sticks straight up. But it's okay. I use false lashes over top, so it doesn't really, ooh, ow, it was right in my eye. It doesn't really matter. Ooh, that was a good one. Wow. Ouch. Got it like right in my eyeball. Okay. Bottom lashes, same thing. I think I'm doing this too quickly. I need to just slow down. I literally just stabbed myself in the eye. Okay. Cute. Doesn't mascara make such a difference though? If you don't have eyelashes, if you're watching this and you have alopecia, there's a really fun trick to draw, like to drawing on little lashes. I'll show you in a minute using eyeliner. I used to do this when I did not have lashes. When I lost my hair the second time, my lashes actually fell out and like completely, and it was really, really frustrating. I just didn't wear any mascara. You can't wear mascara when you don't have lashes. So I stopped putting any makeup underneath my lower lash line for a while. And eventually I brought it back, but you know, when they started regrowing again. But I just take my little eyeliner. This one's frayed, but it's actually a beautiful formula. And I'll just go right in my lash line. I'll just make tiny little marks like that, and they totally mimic lashes. So you can just draw lashes straight on. Sometimes I'll still do it in areas where I want a little bit more thickness, and it kind of mimics a natural lash. So if you have lost your hair, this is a great little tip, little hack. There you go. Ooh, my eye is like really watering now. I stabbed myself right in the eyeball. Okay, let's see, for Waterline, I'm just gonna take just a nude liner, and we're gonna pop this right in the waterline. Nose will not stop running. Okay. I feel like that waterline just brightened everything up. Love. Same thing in the upper waterline. I'm taking my Milk pencil. This is just in a dark brown. Doesn't need to be exactly black. Putting that in the lash line. Try not to stab myself. Woo. Okay. What's next? Let's do a little bit of liner, just a really quick little liner, and then we're gonna pop on these lashes also. These are my favorite lashes that I think, of course, just my luck, just got discontinued. These were my favorite ones. They're from Blend Bunny Cosmetics in the style Saint. They were the best ones. The lashes I wore on my wedding day. I'm so sad. She just discontinued them. I just went to buy them the other day and they were all gone. So I'm really bummed, but I need to find a replacement. So if anyone knows of lashes, if you guys have any recommendations of lashes that are like this, that are chunky and dramatic and have that like the clusters that are close together in a spiky style, please let me know. That's what I'm looking for. I need a replacement because these were my faves of life. All right, I'm gonna glue them on and let's see. Just gonna add glue right directly to the lash. And then I'm gonna basically set these down and forget about them for a full minute while the glue dries. So they're glued and then I just put them down. The curl of the lash holds them up so they're not gonna get stuck to the table. See, they sit flat. Okay. Wow. While we're waiting for that, let's do a little bit of liner. I think I wanna do just a really thin black line, nothing crazy, but just to like add a little something here on the lash line. So I'm gonna start in the inner corner and just draw the thinnest black line. Really don't need a wing liner, honestly. You could do one if you want. I don't think I'm going to. This is just to give the lashes something to stick to. Okay, that one's a little thicker. So we'll add a little bit more. Fun. Okay, there's my little line. It's looking shiny for some reason. Don't know why. Doesn't matter. I'm just gonna try and make it a thin line on the top, just so that my lashes have something to stick to and it's not just like blank space. Otherwise, it's really easy to see like the line, you know, a line in between your lashes and the falsies. So adding a little eyeliner on top is really helpful. Okay, let's go through and let's add these lashes. It's been almost a minute. Actually, maybe I'll set the face first now that I don't think it's been a full minute. So I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna grab my setting spray. This is the L'Oreal Infallible 3-second setting mist, 36-hour non-transferring setting spray. So I like to give it a really good shake. Really shake it up. And I'm going to spray it right on the face. Just like one layer, one specific layer. Then while those lashes are still drying, I'm gonna go back in with like a smoothing powder, like a finishing powder. My favorite one is the one I'm yapping about all the time. I literally talk about this every live, I swear. This is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores powder. So I'm just gonna grab any powder brush, tap a little bit out, just the smallest amount. You do not need a lot. That's really, really finely milled powder. And this basically just like erases your pores, I swear. It's like the best finishing powder on the planet. Same thing here. I'm just kind of like swirling it in. Cute. Okay, let's put these lashes on and do lips, and then we're done. So I'm grabbing my little lash tool. I cannot do lashes without this lash tool. I mean, especially now that I have nails, but I just think it's so much easier. Okay, we're just gonna look down into our mirror, and the glue should be tacky now, so it just grips right to the eye. If you try and put these on too early, I feel like that's where everyone runs into issues with false lashes, and they slide around and they won't stay. But if you just wait a minute, they should pop right on when they're sticky. There you go. Cute. Just letting those dry. What a difference, right? Lashes. I swear they turn me into like an alter ego. They just give me so much like confidence and sassiness. I'm like, get away, haters. Yeah, setting spray, then powder. Okay, so let me explain. I powdered earlier. So yes, you're right. I powdered earlier after all my creams and everything. Then I set with like a long lasting, either my One Size setting spray or the L'Oreal one. And then I go through with that finishing powder. And I swear that like helps so much. It like adds to the longevity of everything, but also like once the skin is set, it kind of creates more texture, you know? It kind of creates a little bit more texture. Like it brings some of if you have any like hair on your face, it brings some of that out, or it can accentuate those pores. So I like to dust over top with that finishing powder, and it just like smooths and perfects everything. And I haven't been doing that technique for very long, like maybe the last year and a half, maybe 2 years. And I just like will never go back to not doing that because it just makes such a difference. Okay, here are lashes on. Love. Lashes just change everything. If it was up to me, I would take black and I would just do a huge wing liner so it's like extra fierce. But I don't need that today. I'm just thinking creatively now. Okay, last little thing. Because my eyes are watering like crazy, I might actually go through with just a little blast of waterproof mascara. Maybe if I can find her. Maybe not. I don't know where this is. Okay, maybe not. If I could find my waterproof mascara, I would like to add some on the lower lash line, but I cannot seem to find it. So I'm just gonna do one more layer, one more coat of regular mascara to just accentuate those lashes even a little bit more. And to just hopefully lock them in a little bit. My eyes keep watering, so I stabbed myself with this mascara a minute ago. And I don't know about you guys, a lot of people don't like big chunky lashes, but to kind of like balance out the look of my heavy, bigger lashes, I like to add a lot of clumpy mascara. I don't mind it. I think from a distance it actually looks good, but that's just me. Okay. Oh, it would make my daughter's day if you said, hi, Susan. Hey, Susan. Hi. Hi, sweet daughter. Thanks for being here, you guys. It means a lot. All right, let's do lips. I'm just grabbing this color. This is such a fantastic color from MAC. I just picked this up the other day. This is the Locked Kiss Ink lipstick from MAC. I was in the mall. I was not even shopping for makeup, but I ran into this. And the guy that was selling it to me was an amazing makeup artist. He was so sweet, but this is like the more like juicy, gorgeous, orangey red. It's not like a true red. Here's a comparison. This is like a true red from About Face. It's like another really gorgeous one. It's called Serrated Bite, but this one is a little bit more orangey, and I love it for summertime. So I'm just gonna go straight in, lower lip first. It is the most beautiful matte formula, but not drying at all. I literally live for this color. It's so good. I got a few neutral shades too that I also really like, but I've been wearing this red so much. Is that not the most pretty orangey red ever? It's so good. I live for this color, seriously. Okay, the color is literally just called Gutsy, Gutsy, Gutsy. Okay, there we have it. That is just the MAC liquid lipstick. That's it. No liner or anything. It is just so pretty. I don't wear a lot of neutral lips. I saw someone say a more natural color would look better. I totally think you should try that. For me, I get so bored with neutral lips. I love like bright, vivid lips. I don't know why. That's just me. But I am gonna grab, the last little thing I would do is grab like a red liner. I just got these from Fenty. They sent all these lip liners over and they're really, really pretty. So I'm gonna go through and add just a little bit of that, not even on the top, but just on the bottom. Just to define that. And then I'm gonna take my finger and just blend it out. And I think if I did this on the top lip the other day and I didn't like it, so I'm gonna skip it on the top, but I am gonna take a little bit more and just get a little bit more precise. Okay, a little more even, I like that. Now we have a little bit more definition on the bottom lip, but the top lip is subtle. Okay, ta-da. This is the finished look. I want to add big chunky hoop earrings, which are not in front of me. The only other thing I would do, sometimes I like to finish my makeup with a little bit of this bronzer from Gucci, which is so bougie and not usually my style, but for looks like this that have like an orangey lip, I feel like a lot more bronzer is just really cute and very flattering. So I'm going to take just a big fluffy brush. This is an angled fluffy brush. And I'm just going to dust a little bit more bronze onto the cheeks for just this really pretty sun-kissed look. Maybe a little on the nose. And then whatever's left, I'm even going to dust on the lips. Just lock it in. Cute. Okay, love that. Just added a little bit more depth. I was feeling I was missing. All right, I'm not doing much for highlight. This was the look we started with. This is the look we're ending with. The only other thing I would do is maybe add, to match her pink, we could add a little bit of this pigment. I'm gonna do it. Screw it, let's do it. I'm gonna add just a little bit of pink pigment right on the center of the lip, because I think this is gonna be really pretty. There's a little glitter on that brush. Cute, okay. All right, she was right. The pink playing off the teal. Love. Fun. Okay, I'm glad I did that. I was not gonna do the pink, but I was like, you know what? I have a pigment. Now I feel like they're like coral neon. All right, super fun. I just saw someone say, are you going somewhere? Is it a photo shoot? No, I am working. I have a Zoom meeting in about 30 minutes. So that's what this look is for. This is just fun. This is our Freaky Friday series. So thank you guys so much for joining and for being kind in the comments. Everyone was really protective and sweet today. So thanks for your love and for being nice. We just gotta ignore the haters. This is the final look. This is what we created today. It was really, really fun. I think if I was gonna add anything, I would add like a maybe hot pink inner corner, hoop earrings, and like obviously a different outfit, but here we go. This is Freaky Friday. This is episode 3. I've done this 3 weeks in a row now, so we're gonna continue. Yeah, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right. Peace, guys. Happy weekend.